Don't mind the sweater. It was ugly Christmas sweater day at the office. I almost won. Instead, pay attention to the Wurkkos TS22, which we're going to review today. We've been asked to review this by Wurkkos, and I've reviewed a number of their lights. I'm generally pretty impressed with them. Wurkkos TS22, very nicely groovy, nice accomplished dual clip there. Very nice design, very easily pocket clippable, very easily jacket pocketable. And look at that incredible, look how bright that is. You can almost use that as a nightlight. No joke, it's like crazy bright. So here's what you get. Very nice packaging, which I hastily, you can see, ripped it out of. 4,500 lumens, stepping down to 1,800 lumens when it's, if the temperature trigger kicks in. 1,800 lumens for 1.48 hours. That's really good. And what you get with it: USB cable, pocket line, O-rings, user manual. There we go. You guys don't care about this, but here's what it boasts. Here's what it comes with. Here's the box. You get a nice little box that, and that is what we have. I'm impressed with this, and I'm going to compare it with what I reviewed not too long ago, the WK15 from Wurkkos, which is a really nice XHP70.2, and this is 70.2. So to give you an example, I was really impressed with this, more or less pretty impressed with it. And the same thing here. You are stepping up in output, and you're stepping up in functionality. Boy, howdy, is this bright. Really like it. I do like to keep it and use it on the highest ramped setting. Well, there's no reason why we can't have lots and lots of fun with this thing. Let's take it out. I'm going to just put that at the ceiling, and you can see how impressive that is. Gotta love that smooth beam. I wasn't kidding about that light. Look how bright that son of a gun is. Now let's see what it can really do. There we go. And TS22 is a very competent performer. The idea of getting 4,500 lumens from something so ridiculously small is quite honestly stunning. Now you do pay a penalty for this, and it's the usual heat penalty that you pay anytime you take a small light and you put big lumens in. Like right now, it's automatically very hot on my hand. I'm having to touch it on the rubbery part here just to keep from getting burned, and I have not been playing with it. In fact, I had it in the freezer because I was doing some just playing around earlier, which I've been doing for the last month nearly. And boy howdy, I had to put it in the freezer to cool it down. That is one of the faults with not just Wurkkos, but with any of these hand warmers. Ace Beam, looking at you. It is incredible. We're doing a really good runtime stint here. Look at that. Look at how much is lit up. Not only is it floody, but it's got scoping floody. It's just impressive. I'm just so impressed that it hasn't automatically shut itself down. Well, look at that. So if you like the idea of being able to light up an area in a way that will wow onlookers, you are you stand to be thoroughly impressed, as other reviewers have demonstrated. My goal really is here for you to see it step down now, because it's so hot that I have to grab it from the back. I have to grab it from the very back. You can hold it there, but you can't hold it anywhere else. So we go back on the wall. we're still cranking out lots of lumens here. I'm going to turn it off. And when this car passes, we'll turn it back on. Turn it back up and see what kind of difference we get. Bam. Not much. It looks to be all that time staying in the highest mode. Do not even ask me to attempt to touch the top of it. I will not, because it is incredibly hot. My neighbors have their blue Christmas lights on. Honestly, I don't know how these manufacturers are not worried about getting sued, because you could honestly burn someone with this. Let's get a shot over here. Look at that. Wowie. It's such a cold night and it's frosty out here. It looks even frostier to me. And that neutral white tint, it makes all the difference, because it's such a nicer tint to the eyes. It just is. All right, as we finish off here, I want to do a comparison with both the WK15 in my right hand and the TS22 in my left. So we're going to first start out with the WK15, which we double click to activate. 2500 lumens, nothing short of impressive. Very nice. And then wham! There we go. Now we're back to that flood difference. That brightness difference is definitely there to be counted. All right, folks, let's close this out. Unlike certain other Wurkkos lights that I've used in the past, I've always liked them, but this is kind of a different ball game. One, I love the stainless steel bezel here. I love the LED choice, especially the neutral white that they've chosen, which gives, based on this reflector, a very nice smooth beam with minimal tint shift. Of course, I love the reversible belt clip and the two application belt clip, let's say, with you know, how you can use it very nicely. It's very firm and secure. I love the knurling. I love the fact that the driver is regulated. Hello. Yes, the driver is regulated on this son of a gun, folks, which makes it better than other Wurkkos lights, which unfortunately were not regulated. You get a whole lot here. You also get, by the way, it's kind of neat, you get a unique clip in that you can put a lanyard here too. To me, that's kind of neat. I know it's not that important, but also, because of its brightness, this is lighting up my room, my entire room. This is one of the brightest lights. One reviewer, I think they got 4,600 lumens or more out of this thing. And while it does get hot, it is an amazing player. I keep mine in the ramping mode, because to me that's the most useful mode, and you can always set it to where it's not going to overheat your hands. If you are using this as a cop or security officer or firefighter or first responder, you can use it on different modes, and it can be very, very helpful. Now, one thing I didn't go over in this video, partly because there's a lot of videos on the UI and you can just read the instruction manual, of course. But when you go to lock out the light and prevent accidental activation, it's really, really simple. So, and I will explain that here just for a minute. One of the things that you can do is you can, if you don't use the light for 3 minutes or longer, what it will do is auto lock. So when you go to use it, it's not going to come on. But if you want to lock it out, like let's say you want to play and then put it back in your pocket like I want to do, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will do 2 quick flashes, and now you know it's locked out. So if you go, it's going to remind you and say, hey, no, you can't play with me right now because you've locked me out. Well, you say, hey, well, I want to use the light. I have somebody I got to light up. No problem. Just double click and you're back in action. And from there, you can return to the action. Let's say you want to lock it out again. You just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to do the same. And now it's going to remind you that you're locked out. So again, and then of course you don't have the power button on, which I think, by the way, you can turn off if you want it. So my friends, I'm really impressed with Wurkkos. They've done a good job on this. They actually offered a product here that is very duty capable. It's a great flutter, and again, offers constant current regulation. They are, because of the boost driver they're offering, they do use the constant current feature, and you get a very efficient runtime and regulated output, which to me means everything in the world. So I want to thank Justin with Wurkkos, who sent this to me for review. I do think it's a good light. I do recommend it. Go out and get you one.